Good morning. Yeah, it's a bit blowy today, so for me no fishing, so we'll go back to the house and we'll make up some prawn traps. Yeah, so the last adventure down the hot pipe was good fun. A guy just came in. I never caught anything again, and a guy just came in with live prawns, and within 10 minutes he was into 2 massive bass. So what I'm going to do here is I'm making prawn pots. And basically all you do is get a bottle, cut the top of it, reverse it, pop it in, there you go. The prawns will go in there. So you bait it up, obviously. I'm going to put a bit of gravel in the bottom of that. I'm going to put a bit of whiting from last year that I've got in the freezer, and I'll leave it in the garage for a few days. I'll let it go off a bit. Then I'm going to put holes in here all the way around, tie this in with it, just with normal string that I got from the paper shop, from the local shop, to use it for tying up newspapers. And that should be it. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some bass. What do you think? You see me with the stove, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat up the end of the scissors, and yeah, heat up the end and then just use that to puncture the holes. Yeah, so here's hoping. Back in a bit. Yep, so there we go, done and dusted. So there's one there. So that's it. So basically, you see that there, prawns will go in with a bit of bait and the gravel, and this will just go on a stone or what have you, just to help secure it, not to the bottom but just above the bottom. You can buy these cheap Chinese traps off of eBay, and if you hold on a minute I'll show you one. Yeah, so that's one of the cheap Chinese traps you get off of eBay, like a crab trap, a prawn trap, and it's basically just concertinaed, concertinaed in, spring loaded, and it's good, you know, but it doesn't last long. And there's a little pocket there, you know, for your bait, and you can put your bait in there, and there's a zip here, and you can open it up, put your hand in and retrieve whatever you want. But the problem with that is the holes at the end, so you'll get lots of crabs in there for sure, and they'll just destroy your bait. So what I done was I put on a bit of some more garden mesh, and it's more of a funnel than it is a round open hole, but we'll take that too. So we must have about 9 or 10, so I'm quite hopeful that we'll get some live prawns, and then we'll go fishing. Anyway, we'll see you in the video. See you in a bit. Oh wow guys, wow. Yeah, so I took all the traps down last night. I left them for like 12 hours and I came down at the break of day today, and let's see what we've got. So that's the cheap Chinese traps. Yeah, so basically you bait them up with a bit of fish, pop them in a rock pool and leave them. And the ones that are made with the bottles, we're going to have to wait until the tide goes right out before I get them. But yeah, hold on a minute. So when I came down it was dark, and so it's hard to get your bearings. But yeah, let's see. Oh, there's that cylindrical one, if you remember that. So that's that cylindrical one just there. As I say, I'm going to leave them another 10-15 minutes, you know. There's no big rush, we're down here anyway. The parking's free where I'm parked, so that's alright. But and if we get anything then we'll fish them tomorrow. But first time trying for live prawns. I'm sure it's not rocket science, but let's see. But I'm interested in the ones that we made, you know, the ones with the bottles. So yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Yeah, see you in a bit. So there we are there. Let's get them in. Let's see if we have anything. So I tied both these together on a bit of string onto a piece of metal. So I've got my trusty scissors with me. We'll cut the string and we'll bring them in and see what's happening here, if anything. So fingers crossed, here we go. Oh yeah, we got prawns. We got some big prawns. Wow. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. I'll let you see in a minute. Give me just 2 minutes. But I'm watching these rock pools because some of them are deeper than what you think. Yeah, so basically a couple of rocks, a bit of fish, and we're there. Give me a minute. Well, as ever, as expected, we've got a crab. But I'm going to keep that bait because I'm going to pop them out tonight again. The poor crab's only got one claw, so he's been in the wars. He's only got the one claw, but he'd still give you a big nip, so we'll let him go to survive and fight another day. And I must have, goodness me, I must have about 15 or 16 here, prawns. A lot of them are really small, but there you go, I don't know if you can see that. A lot of them are really small, but we can still use them. But there's a few big ones there. You see that? Yeah, there's a few big ones, so that's a bass job, that one, isn't it? And there's a few more like him here. There's big ones here. So that was well worth it coming out last night. But you have to come down early in case somebody nicks your traps. I mean, maybe that's just me, maybe they won't, you know. Local people won't, but there's other people that come down here that might. I would think, yeah, I would say they would in fact. But oh, that's good. At least we got some bait. So the little ones I'm just going to let go, the tiny ones. Yeah, so there we go. Trap's empty and we have got prawns. So yeah, and that's the first trap, and we've got another about another 6 to go. Anyway, back at it. Yeah, and once again, usual suspects. Lots and lots of big prawns this time, and a big crab and a baby crab. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, productive when I was sleeping. So yeah, so that'll be a good day's fishing tomorrow for sure. Wow, it's just a pity it wasn't yeah, it wasn't peeler crabs, but that'll come in time. But I'm quite impressed by the Amazon net. Anyway, I'll go and get them into this bucket and I'll be back in a bit. Here we are, another one. This one's more crabs, guys. More crabs in this one. Remember I said the holes in this will let the crabs in. Yeah, hold on a minute. I get out. Yeah, so as I said, when I made them and when I was making them, the holes in this funnel type trap are too big, and so these blighters get in. So I've got one big prawn, as you can see there. And they're actually coming out already. Look, there's one there. Yeah, it's just a pity they weren't soft back crabs, but they're not, so we'll let them go. Same with this lot. So I can only see one big prawn. That one there, you can see it. So just one big prawn there. The rest seem to be crabs, and they've basically scoffed the fish that I had. But never mind. No, there's a couple of prawns, but well, Anyway, let's see if we can fish him out now, yeah? You see that? He's a big lad here. Once again, he's been in the wars. Look, he's only got one pincer on him. Should go back anyway. Same with these. Look at this tiny little ones. They're all everywhere. So yeah, just the one prawn. That could be the one that catches me the bass that I'm looking for. So for me, it's okay. It's okay. Not adventured, not engaged. So yeah, well, let's get rid of this lot. Boy, do they nip you these things. Huh. Oh, wow, that was a sore one. Should have got a nip on them, you know. But yeah, I'm going to keep the bait. I know it's just a fish head there, but so as you see, I mean, he's a fair size. He's quite a big crab, and so holes are too big compared to the size of my hand. Look, he's a big lad. So anyway, we'll chuck him back anyway. And yeah, so out with that trap. Oh, there's another one. Out of that trap, only the one prawn, which is a pity really, but I mean, I done okay on the other traps, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, the cheap Amazon ones, you know, the hexagonal ones, that's the way to go for sure. But well, one's better than nothing, but that could be the one that catches me the bass that I need. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. If I fall, I don't want it on camera. See you in a bit. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, all the bait that I took out of the trap, yeah, oh there it is there, yeah, here. So all the bait that I took out of the trap from last night, I'm just going to pop it in the bag, because it'll do again tonight. And I'll pop it in the freezer obviously, and I'll defrost it. So I'll take that home and I'll put it in the freezer, then off I go. So now we've got to go in search of the plastic bottles. But as you see, there's quite a few there now. I know there's lots of little ones, but I mean, I'm happy with that, you know. There's some nice ones there, some really big ones. So yeah, we'll give it a go anyway. Anyway, that's the rain on. So I'll go in search of these bottles, and I'll leave this here. I covered it up because the crows and what have you are down, you know, they're obviously wanting something to eat. I'll go in search of these bottles. I roughly know where I've got them. I've got 5 in total. So yeah, let's go have a look. Yeah, so you see the mussels here, the mussel beds here, you know, so that, I think for me that's an indication that I think the water is quite good. Anyway, I've found them, and they're here, they're in this pool. But I've only got wellies on and not waders, so I think I'm going to have to wait a wee bit until this tide goes out further. So there's one there, you can see it, the string, the white. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there should be one more, and there it is there, 5. So at least we've located every one. I'll see if we can get down there now, and here's hoping we've got something. Right, back in a bit. Yeah, so we've got prawns in every one. Maybe we've not got in this one, but in the rest we've certainly got crabs, and you can see that they're just little prawns, but I'll still use them, 100% I'll use them, you know. I think the prawns in this one are a bit bigger. It's certainly got crabs, which is a bit of a nuisance. And as you see, that's all I do, I just trap the string under a rock, but I'm lucky I've got like a breakwater there, so the sea can't absolutely hammer it, so there's no movement at all. Let's see if we got in this one. Oh yeah, we have, yeah, you can see them jumping around there. Give it a minute to clear. Oh, it's crabs, is it? I don't know, I've got a couple of prawns in there too. So that's good. Well, there's another one out here, so let's get that one too, yeah. So really, the recycling these plastic bottles is a good thing, you know. Oh, I've got a big crab. 2, 3 crabs. I'll chuck them back anyway. Yeah, that was just old decaying squid that I had that I baited that up with. But yeah, it's still good fun because you never know what you're going to catch, do you? And I've got the last one is here, just over here on this bit of metal, and then that's us done. We've done it. In fact, yeah, I thought it was 5, no, it's 6. But yeah, good fun, free bait and fresh bait. You couldn't get any fresher than that. Whatever bass gets that, it's going to be lucky. And here we go again. What have we got? Anything? Let's see. And this one, I don't think there's anything in that. Oh yeah, we've got 1 prawn in there too, and a small crab. 2 small crabs and a big prawn. So yeah. So there we go. So we'll go back to the bucket, which is just up there, and we'll empty them. We'll take the bait out, and we'll use that again too. Yeah. Right. See you in a bit. I'm happy. Bye now. Yeah. So in the bucket, you can see them. I don't know. You can't see them, can you? It's a pity. It's a pity. It's a pity. Get rid of this little crab. Even though it's going to nip me, get rid of it. But I mean, compared to the big crab trap, I mean that's tiny, you know. But the other trap, well, they took all the bait, didn't they? Yeah. But we're going to keep even the little bits of squid, and we're going to rebait that up tonight. Yeah, we're going to rebait that up tonight, and put the prawns in. Yeah, so there's lots of them, lots, mega. But I mean, that's a decent prawn there, look, you know. So yeah, and the little ones, I put 2 or 3 on a hook. I mean, I worked hard for it, really. Well, I didn't work hard, but it came down, you know. No, even the small ones, they can go on a hook. I was going to put them back, but I'm even taking home the gravel. So yeah, well, that's one. Back in a bit. I mean, even with a small hole in the bottle, I mean, it's tiny, isn't it? I mean, look at that, out of 1 bottle there's 3 crabs, tiny little crabs, you know. So that's a really nice size of prawn, and that's out the bottle, out the plastic bottle. So yeah, another possible bass on that. So yeah, it's been a real fruitful. The crabs are still coming out. Look at this, look. This is mental. They're still crawling out the bottles. There's so many. And I dropped a couple of prawns, but yeah, and that's the last one. Yeah, but the Chinese traps, really good, eh? Wow, I got quite a few in the Chinese. The cylindrical one, no, that was rubbish, really. You know, the cylindrical one is absolute rubbish. But all in all, it's free bait, it's fresh bait, and I'm not saying there's 100% catch bait on it, but certainly it's good, yeah. And again, I'm taking all these. I'm a recycler, and so all these bottles are coming back with me. And I got a bag explicitly for that, so all the bottles will come back, and all the bait will be used again. So everything's recycled. So they'll all go out again tonight. And I don't have to go looking for gravel wherever it goes this time. I won't be coming back here in case anybody spots it and comes down and nicks me. Look at the crab, look at that, look, still on the go. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm not saying anybody would, but just in case there's people out there that come down and take all my traps, you know, because some dodgy people on the go. Anyway, my goodness. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'll pop this on the internet. Yeah, I'll pop it on the internet, and I hope you enjoyed that. It's something different, but tomorrow 100% we will be going bass fishing. In the meantime, I've got to put this away in that bag there, and then pop it in the freezer when I go home. So please subscribe, give me the thumbs up, hit the comments, and next video is using these prawns. So there you go. So there's so many of them, and there's some seaweed there, so I'll put that in there too. So there must be at least, I don't know, maybe 50 prawns there. Here we go, look, you can see them in my hand. Some of them are quite big, so yeah, so you can see that. So some of them are quite big, so there must be about 50 there. I have got an area at home, and I'm going to put this bucket inside another bucket, so that'll sit inside a bigger bucket and cover the you know, the outer bucket with ice, just to keep the water cool. And then I'm going to come back down from the car with some containers and fill it up with more seawater, so I can do a partial change of water later on. Anyway, next video, take it easy. Enjoyed that, I hope you did. Bye bye now.